you should keep your eye on Indiana Governor Mike Pence. He's a former congressman who was sworn into the State House just 5 months ago, but he's quietly making waves. So I packed my bags and went to Indy to get a measure of the man.
I grew up in a small town. We were raised in a very traditional family. Church on Sunday, my dad helped build a small business, and we didn't have a lot, but we were taught to dream big.
You were raised in a family of Democrats, yes? Just how liberal were the Pences?
Well, I'll tell you what, we probably had differing views in our family politically, but my mom came from a strong Democrat family, and you know, frankly, over the television set, there was a picture of the Pope and John F. Kennedy. And that's why my political career started out. I was the Youth Democrat Party coordinator in Bartholomew County, Indiana, back in 1975.
Has that hurt your career?
I don't think so.
That career quickly shifted to the Republican Party as the ideals Pence cherished started to align with the GOP.
I was drawn to the Republican Party because of the voice and the ideals of Ronald Reagan. And what I heard in him was an uncanny ability to articulate the principles of limited government, a strong defense, or a respect for American traditions and values. You know, I was married just a couple of years, and I said to Dad that I wanted to load up the back of the car and my new young bride and travel around and try and be elected to the Congress. And we had some pretty strong conversations about that along the way.
Pence first sought his party's nomination for Congress when he was 29 years old. He lost that first election, but later represented his state in Washington for 12 years, leading him here to the Indiana state capitol.
Our decision to run for governor, I think, my mother, who's 80 years young, and all of my brothers and sisters, as you can see on election night, we gathered our whole extended family on stage, and our victory that night was really a family affair for the Pences.
Pence's gubernatorial win last November coincided with the party's White House loss. Pence wouldn't comment on his party's national shortcomings, but highlighted his own campaign successes.
What worked here was that we focused on a positive agenda for moving Indiana to the next level.
Working together, we can build a future where every Hoosier son and daughter can find their American dream right here in Indiana.
We spent all of our time on our campaign not talking about what was wrong with our opponents' ideas, but what was right about our ideas.
Those ideas included creating jobs and jobs training, a balanced budget with increased funding for science, research, education, and roads, while cutting taxes and attracting new investments in manufacturing, agriculture, and life sciences. So we decided to get out of the State House and walk the streets of the Capitol.
Hi, guys. Hi, I'm Governor Mike Pence. Nice to meet you.
And check out exactly the type of investment he's talking about. Geico, Toyota, Subaru, CNH Parts and Service, Exact Target. These are businesses that have all invested in Indiana, expanded in Indiana, brought jobs to Indiana. How do you encourage that kind of those kind of businesses to come here?
At a time when many states are just struggling to make ends meet, trying to figure out what taxes to raise and by how much, here in Indiana, we've got such a strong balance sheet that even while we were increasing funding for roads and for schools, we were actually able to cut taxes across the board. That's why on day one of my administration, I signed an executive order that established a moratorium on any new regulation in the state of Indiana. I simply think that less taxes and less regulation means more jobs.
Yep.
You know, I like to say in Indiana, we've always done two things really well. We make things and we grow things.
Growing along with the state's economy are expectations over Pence's political ambitions. Some have suggested that you came to the State House to prepare for an eventual presidential run. Is that something that you've considered? Is that something that you're calculating or leaving open at least?
You know, I'll tell you, from the time that we decided to run for governor of Indiana, I haven't spent 1 second thinking about any other job. I really haven't. And people are really looking for answers more than arguments. And the more we can articulate the ideals and the policies that naturally proceed out of them, the more I think we're going to be given opportunities at every level to lead. And I think Indiana can play a large role in helping to lead this country by our example, back to everything that's always made America strong before and will make America strong again.
Look out for the September issue of Town Hall magazine for my cover story on Mike Pence. Lots more to learn, and make sure you